Hi, my name is Florence Omboi Oket, and this is the Chronicles of a Suburban Farmer's Wife. And if it's your first time here, karibu sana, that means welcome. And if you love farming, if you like farming, or maybe are even curious about farming, and if you love outside homestead activities like kitchen, garden farming, watching nature, such kind of stuff, just fun activities outdoors in the homestead, this is the place for you. So make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you join this lovely family. I'm so glad you could join me today. Today I'm talking about one of the mitigation measures that we are using to deal with that challenge that we talked about in the last video. One of our major challenges when it comes to dairy goat farming, which is finding good quality and affordable feeds. So we shared that one of the methods we are using is by growing sorghum, and that's what I'll share about in this video. So if you haven't watched that video yet, be sure to check it out. I'll link it up here. Actually, it was such a fun interview with Mr. Farmer, my husband, yeah, and you'll get a bit of background even towards this video today. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'll share how we planted the sorghum, and I'll share also why sorghum, why did we choose sorghum and not anything else for now. Yeah, so that's what I'll be sharing today. Sorghum is one of the best foods for animal feed. One, because it's very rich in, it's rich in starch, so that means that it provides good energy to the animals, whether it's goats or cows. Yeah. Secondly, it has also quite a lot of fiber, which is very good for the digestive system of the goats in this case. But let me say, I believe the main reason why we planted sorghum is because we live in a semi-arid area which receives very little rainfall throughout the year. And so sorghum is one of the very good drought-resistant plants. So that makes it ideal for where we stay, because we are not, of course, we don't expect too much rain in this place. Thankfully, we've had some rains, the El Nino, which has been really helpful to us. Yeah, and so that's the main reason why we planted sorghum, so that for this planting we are relying on rain. It's rain fed, and so we needed something that can really work with the kind of climate region where we stay in. Yeah, so let's see how we went through the whole process from preparing the land up to where it has reached so far. The land we had chosen to grow the sorghum in had been fallow land, so we had to clear it at first, then have it dug for the first time to break the soil, and the second time to loosen the soil a bit more, while mixing it with the organic manure from the goats' droppings and some compost. This took 2 days, then we left it to rest for about a week. After that, the furrows were made and the sorghum planted. We had been hearing the weather forecasts about the El Nino rains to come, and so prepared the land and planted the sorghum much in advance. So much so that when the rain didn't start exactly when it had been predicted and tarried for a good number of weeks, we almost lost hope of the crop ever growing. The land remained as it was for all that time, with no signs of life in it. We almost just replanted more seeds in the whole farm, but later when we engaged someone to do it, he found the first seeds still in the ground, hence did not replant. Finally the rain came, and voila! The germination rate became fantastic, and we were relieved. We only later added a few seeds on a portion that hadn't had enough. It rained for about 3 weeks consistently, And this is how the sorghum is now looking after the rainy season. It's been 2 weeks of a bit of a dry season, but they're still growing well. We are hopeful that the rain will still pour some more, at least for a while, but even with that foundational growth, that they'll keep going strong to maturity. Their growth season from planting to maturity ranges from 2 to 5 months, depending on the variety. I forgot to mention 2 other reasons why we chose sorghum is, first of all, because we won't need to replant the mother plant, but even after we harvest the first time, we'll be able to harvest again. So that's one major advantage of sorghum over plants such as maize that you harvest fully the first time. Secondly, we planted a type of sorghum that is only for animal feeds, and the animals really love it. Actually, it's really sweet to their taste. And yeah, that's another reason. That's was it 5th reason why we chose to plant sorghum. We had to fix some temporary barriers along the fence to prevent other animals from invading the farm. That's how it's going so far. We are still waiting for it to grow completely, to mature up, and at the end of it we'll need to dry it up, to chop it, or to have it what do we call that word, kusiagwa, to have it processed, maybe through a chaff cutter. Basically to make it into finer pieces that the goats can eat. And also, since it will be dry, we'll be able to store it so that we can the goats can have it over a longer period of time. So I'll show you how that goes also when we get there, but for now that's it. So in the next video I'll just talk about the second mitigation measure which we talked about, which is hydroponics farming, and I'll show how it has been going for us since we began. If you have stayed with me this far, thank you so much, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet. And if you have enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a big like. I'll really appreciate it, as it's a great help to this channel. So till the next video, bye bye.